afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast. Me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Angoville. In the north, it is Jove, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Panzer Division. West and south, it is TwistedTootsy, fighting for America, freedom, democracy, the American dream. Taking on the role here of the 1st Armored Division with mechanized, with dodge bulletins, Scott and bazooka range bulletins versus Jove's German infantry, spearhead and lightning war. We got a double point inside here from Jove, allowing him to see small territory in the early game, but at the same time he's not going for, say, MG42 who are built into a tier 2 rush. Probably aware that against TwistedTootsy with his dodge trucks, that would likely be consigning his MG42s to a very swift and brutal death at the hand of marauding, well, dodge gangs. So instead we got infantry up here to be crucial in dealing with this dodge truck, ensuring he doesn't get immediately overrun, but at the same time with the double Parnese he can just more swiftly seize territory. TwistedTootsy similarly goes for double reactions to help him grab more territory all on, and then of course follow up with the rifle and the dodge truck, then sort of fight for it. Parnese reactions here by the western fuel point, both sides focusing heavily west, of course, both dispatching forces eastwards. Of course, the big difference is all west is reactions for TwistedTootsy. In the east, he's active sending his rifle, with Jove only has his pioneers. More grenadiers there for Jove. Dodge truck there for TwistedTootsy. Tank trucks being laid down there. Pioneers coming up, pushing them back swiftly and successfully. Doing a bit of skirmishing there. Got the dodge truck rolling out for TwistedTootsy. Grenadiers setting out there for Jove. Bit of light skirmishing here. Grenadiers, Pioneers all clashing it out. Dodge truck nearby, there you go, trying to threaten the flank work. Grenadiers come on the flank here, skillfully by Jove. There you go, popping in the rifle into the dodge truck, further increasing its lethality here. Certainly putting more pressure than Jove's Grenadiers. Pioneers from the east. Of course, this also means the east side is now freed up, and there you go, Panzerfaust on the dodge truck, quickly popping up. The rifle's going to engage the Grenadiers up close, forcing them to deal with it. Can he focus down the rifle fast enough? Can the dodge truck keep pushing right? There you go, popping up the crew to then add further insult to injury, and then of course as he's forced to deal with this, the reactions are charged from the other side, and Jove, lacking machine guns or anything else, can't really deal with this. He does destroy the dodge truck, but the front in the west at least has for now collapsed in favour of TwistedTootsy due to just bring up sheer numbers against Jove very tactically here. Sees an eastern point there, again he's got the eastern fuel point at the very least. He might still benefit, I think, from an MB4 to help deal with some old TwistedTootsy's infantry, but he's going to have to counter-attack swiftly and wants to ensure things at least are somewhat stable. Back at base for TwistedTootsy without the company command post up, and we got another dodge truck. That's very much to be expected here. TwistedTootsy obviously sticks to what works for him. Then he's a rifle, bit of skirmishing there, probably wants to pull him into on the other side. This is not standing right in front of the heavy cover there with the rifle now. There you go, trying to use the other tractor here for a bit of cover. There you go. It also makes it easy from the northern Grenadiers to then flank the rifle and catch the deadly crossfire, and that's going to force TwistedTootsy to retreat very rapidly. There we go, second dodge truck out, this time adding a 50 cal machine gun to increase its firepower. Eastern side seeing a bit more presence there from Jove, more Pioneers being dispatched. A few mines here and there I think be useful in slowing down Mr. Tootsie. We got some barbed wire there, we got to take up there for Jove. Grenadiers advancing. Dug in here. Dodge truck almost good to go there for TwistedTootsy. Got the reaction charging ahead there. Skirmishing between the vehicle crew and the Grenadiers. The vehicle crew obviously not faring too well there. And there you go, 50 cal ready. Grenadiers continue to skirmish it out there. Close to Veterans 1. Tech almost done. Might see some fast Panzer Grenadier here for Joe. And there you go, sandbags on the cuff point there in the east. Munitions cache now available here for Joe. Certainly fine increasing his munitions income versus TwistedTootsy. There you go. Vehicle crew trying to block the fuel pump being grabbed, ultimately being pushed back here by Jove's Stark Grenadiers, camping out there. And we could see some cavalry rifle also as well up here from TwistedTootsy. He's very much a big user of those, and they certainly fit nicely into the dodge truck as well, forming up a high yield assault vehicle. But nothing for out there, Joe's base, probably going to be the Lightning Mechanized company if he's retreating the Pioneers, which he isn't. Otherwise, I'd say, you know, fast 2-2-2 could be quite effective to a degree versus TwistedTootsy. Rifle grenade off in. Oh, close one, but TwistedTootsy dodged that one artfully. When he's being pushed back, troops reinforcing there. Seizing points here, need to get the Pioneers back. And again, he's like to make a nice company up. We want some more consistent way of countering that one. Ambulance following up for TwistedTootsy in the 1st Armored Division as reactions with vehicle crews moving into the east again. Bunker up there for Jove. Pioneer sneaking about there. So there you go, medic bankrupt, medics on the way there. Needs to get that like to make enough copies for a lot of stuff that needs to happen here for Jove. He's going to be in a poor state. And his entire eastern side of the map is dreadfully exposed here to TwistedTootsy. Immediately goes in, hitting some of the cutoff points there as well. Very good play there by TwistedTootsy, utilising his high mobility units to quickly bypass whatever remains of Jove's front line there and just disrupt. Good play there by TwistedTootsy. Back here, like to make a nice coming almost done, is almost fully healed up as well, and we'll be seeing that 2-2 here. I imagine though TwistedTootsy may soon they'll be already having gone for the mechanized command post and could follow up with a half track, which is going to make it harder for Jove to use that 2-2 efficiently here versus TwistedTootsy. But if he can at least get rid of that dart truck, that should help a bit, since again it is being used to effectively harass Jove's resources. Of course, as he's focusing everything in the east, the west side is open, and Jove might realise upon this and decides to capitalise upon it. I'll wait, 2-2 almost done. TwistedTootsy can go for the half track, and he does so very well. Could use the captain if he wants to retreat back and then supervise it to speed it up, and that's exactly what he's doing, allowing him to, in terms of timing, it's much more easily counter the 2-2 with it, giving the 2-2 less time to actually hunt down the dart truck before it has to really worry about getting countered by another light vehicle. So a double whammy there from TwistedTootsy, 2 thumbs up. Rifleman also blocking up further, securing the dart truck there. But on the west side, the advance is going so far safely there for Jove and the 2nd Panzer Division. Raisins are getting blasted with the 2-2, 2 pushing here. Almost got the dart truck, but there you go. Hightailing out of there with step on it. Meanwhile, half coming up there. There's a little bit of trouble, but not for long once the half-track arrives. Of course, they may not be alive for that long because they're already low on health, having been wounded against combat against the Krauts. Falling back with the 2-2, going for the fuel pawn there, at least to sort of keep it out of American hands. And there you go, Pack 40 in the way. He could try with more 2-2s, but it would be fuel and manpower-wise a bit intensive. Plus, there's no guarantee 2-2s can actually stop it. So the Pack 40 in that sense is a more reliable counter, though it is a more slower one as well. It can struggle to catch up with it, but you're less likely to just find it immediately counter. So if you go with 2-2s after the half, there's still a chance like it just keeps up with them because it has a very high turn rate. That way you can use the 2-2s efficiently to counter it. So at least not safe. But there you go, going for the dart truck there, taking hits here from the half track. Very good play there by Twisted, certainly punishing Joe there for being a bit lax. Looks like he might be able to save the 2-2 here, though I would say it is damn close though. Half track by the way at half health. And certainly the terrain on the map certainly makes it easier for the half track to stay safe because it's much harder for the 2-2s to find like a good spot to like hit its blind spots with. So that's another reason why the double 2-2s in particular on this map aren't a so reliable counter. In fact, that's again usually one of the primary reasons. A lot of the maps make it very hard for 2-2s to like, swarm it properly to deal with it. What shall I say, pull wolf pack tactics. All the way though, it requires some room to sort of catch it off guard. Nothing further going in Joe's space. We got the Pack 40 out. There's still no sign of the MG42. I'd certainly increasingly like to see it here versus TwistedTootsy. 6 kills on the dart truck so far. Pack 40 opening up, they're reeling itself by accident. Quickly ordered to only prioritize vehicles. Mine being laid down there in the crossroads. Good work there. Captain versus Pioneers using the Western fuel. Ground least and victory point. Nothing further going on there in Joe's space. And over down here we got Grenadiers versus the medics. He's apparently swapped out his spare vehicle crew with the medics. Interesting pick there by TwistedTootsy. Gives him frontline healing, I suppose. And we got the cavalry rifle out there finally, adding the Thompson upgrade to them. Very good. Pioneers versus Rifleman. Rifleman push back. Panzer squad on the way there for Jove and for Germany. He's by going for Lightning War. So G for the fleets happening there to help fight this Rifleman more efficiently. Very good. Half-tech going to engage the Grenadiers. I mean, in theory, again, if you can flank the half-tech with the 2-2, again, there's a shot at it, but in this case, obviously not. And you can see that the half-tech can do some incredible damage to the 2-2 very fast. But you kind of, again, like, you really need good maneuvering for, like, the double 2-2 strategy to sort of really pull it off. Because if you don't pull it off perfectly, you're probably stuck with a bunch of destroyed armoured cars and still an operable enemy half-track. Got the cuff one there, very good. Joe might of course want to take out as soon as possible here. Lots of active fuel craft from both players. They're looking to outmaneuver the other one. Keep them off kilter. They're good plays there, of course. Blitz is about to end their lives here, defending the eastern fuel point. There you go, Dark Truck going straight here with Captain inside. Going to just push back inside the building for safety. The question, of course, how much safe they are there. And then go quickly falling out the back door to avoid a death by lead poisoning. Pun's going to even watch here. We got the cav rifle and then defending the fuel point, at least standing by it. Up here, repairs happening. Nothing going on there for Jove. Pun's are going to do that. Being charged with the cav riflemen. The cav riflemen are easily defeated due to partly being low on health and charging at the Panzer Grenadiers. North here, Grenadiers versus the Dark Truck. Pack 40 moving in. They should be able to panzerfaust and then take it out. There we go. Step on it. Sadly, not fast enough to outspeed the Panzerfaust, and there you go. Scout car down. A small tactical win there for Jove versus TwistedTootsy. Well, obviously, hardly the war he's won there. Brief considering a pack hard, so TwistedTootsy decides against it. Back here, we got a machine gun fun happening there for Jove. We got more cav rifle on there for TwistedTootsy, further increasing his assault infantry complement to take on the Krauts in the sector. And we got a mortar uptake out there as well, adding artillery here to TwistedTootsy's arsenal. More importantly, mobile artillery. Not something you see a lot there, but certainly from the Americans it is more common than, say, from the Wehrmacht, who tends not to very often go for mortar attacks at all. MD42 out. Relief infantry is available, but pretty much no one uses it. In the west here, we got Grenadiers versus Resistance, got the Pack 40 backing up in case of the half track, but that of course is in the east with the other half track. Rolling in, they almost got the eastern northeastern victory point. Panzer pushing ahead there. Panzer's going to need me up to support here. The assault in the west. And some larger skirmishes in the west here. Grenadiers being about to get hit by a lot of angry American assault troops with a lot of guns. They can fire a lot of bullets. Grenadiers are close to being wiped out, but they do successfully escape the clutches there of democracy. Got the takeover there for Joe for TwistedTootsy. Nothing further happening there. But we do have weapon racks opening up for bazookas and BARs. Pack 40 in the way. He's not, well, he's taking a longer route to avoid being intercepted by any of TwistedTootsy's troops or vehicles by accident. So it is taking him long to get the Pack 40 over there, but once it's there, obviously it's going to give the half track a bit of a run for its money. The Bazooka team has weather as well to help deal with any of Joe's light vehicles, or for that matter tanks he might get. Bit of movement in the west. Overall, Joe remains a bit on the back for the versus TwistedTootsy and the Americans. You need them moving up to prepare the 2 Pack 40 falling out as well. Healing reinforcement, can moving westwards. Tech about down there for Joe and get the Sapoma crop. We'll have to see if it goes for. I'd expect the Panzer IV, but like he could theoretically rush out an Ostwind. I'm just really worried about him. He could go, of course, go armor, that is, he'd go for the Stug. Gonna need to retreat, but they're about to get hit from both sides. But Ramp, of course, got the mortar half track joining as well. And there's a good chance now wipe due to that mortar half track hit. And of course, the cav rifle on the retreat path with the Thompson. There you go, the MD42. There's a press of the units in top. But there you go, on me from the Captain Gibson. Just a bit more of a boost, but sadly, for TwistedTootsy, it is not enough to really sort of wipe the Grenadiers. But that was a close save there by Jove, and an even closer attempt at finishing off the job there by TwistedTootsy. Not very often you see that one, by the way, but there you go. White phosphorus immediately, well, covering the area in, well, white phosphorus. Nasty stuff it is. Machine gun caught in it, will likely need to retreat there for healing soon enough before it gets too easily wiped then. Oh, there you go, good pack hit. 2-2 pack out the punish from eastward, sandbags by the eastern fuel point again. It's a Pomacro up there, and again you go for the fast Stu. Got the Osttruppen, you could also just go for the safer bit, which is the Panzer IV. Half tech being fixed up, mortar after there with 1 kill so far. Part wiring there. Pioneer setting out. Now the figure on the Jove's base. Definitely not looking like a Stu, so it's either an Osttruppen or Panzer IV, but I'm kind of figuring a Panzer IV. Jove tends to favour Panzer IVs more than Stu's and Osttruppen, so he could always surprise, but I suspect a Panzer IV here. Got the eastern fuel point, but of course a counterattack in the west threatens that one instead. It's a lot of back and forth here as both players of course looking to get to the fuel point that is lightly defended. But of course trying to keep the other one a bit off kilter. There we go, recently caught it being pushed around by the 2-2. Panzerman in as well, they popping into the building there. He blocks the door, they can't shoot through there. They can't shoot through doors in general. And there you go, Rearson's routed, Lord after the Panzerman. He could theoretically try and rush the half-tank with it, but of course there's plenty of infantry that can get in the way, maybe with the anti-tank rifle grenades. You can even raid the base with the ambulance at this point. And there you go, Jove can go for the Panzer IV, TwistedTootsy bars take that as well, going for the Major. So we're probably seeing a Sherman or 76mm Sherman soon enough. And the west here we got kind of these coming up, got the half-tank counter-tank here, close to 23. Binding for the far west, and there you go, cavalry rifling versus gunneries up close. Well, the gunneries land up so good to the gunnery rifling, too quick to move about there, and that pretty much wins Jove the engagement there. 2-2 in the east here being stand up, but does manage to escape the clutches of TwistedTootsy. No panzers yet here for Jove, and he's about to lose the panzer when he's the captain, and the mortar half-tank combo. Bad news there for Jove, great for TwistedTootsy. There we go, Jove going for the Panzer IV, the Panzerkampfwagen 4. MG42 they caught repositioning, but TwistedTootsy does not immediately and aggressively pursue. We got the half-track. Cat Rifle as the gunner is. Cat moving up there, and there you go, Panzer IV halfway done there for Jove. No mortar fire here. This time a smoke screen. Pretty much prevents Jove from using his support weapons to cover the area there. Very good. Also comes up with potential assault forces. Jove to consider that possibility, causing him to draw away. So very good there by TwistedTootsy. Double function on that smoke barrage. 2 thumbs up. Finish reinforcing. Panzer IV there, finally ready here for Jove and the German army. And TwistedTootsy they're going for the M43 Sherman, the regular one with a 75mm gun. And filling up with the anti-tank gun, probably starting to get really worried about armour. Pin light machine gun halfway down there for the Panzer IV, increasing his firepower there. Half-tank could take a nasty, and there you go, direct hit. If he pursues, he should have a good chance of taking it out. There we go. Drive straight in front of the Panzer IV. I mean, it does give the bazooka teams a chance to fire it, but I don't think that's worth a half-track at all, so yeah. Good kill there by Jove. Better blow the TwistedTootsy. Jove replacing his lost Panzer gunners with more Panzer gunners now. Rifle charging head here. Need to be careful with the Panzer IV, of course. The rifle grenades could damage entering the Panzer IV, making an easy target for any tanks or enemy anti-tank guns that TwistedTootsy might have. So they're doing good work here with the Panzer IV. Bazooka team continuing the pursuit here with the Panzer IV. There you go, another rocket hit here. Falling back there in the east and the west, though. Jove's making good progress as TwistedTootsy. He could try and rush the half-jet with the 2-2 now. Would be a bit risky, but he could do it. Jason's here. Company's opening up, fixing out the Panzer IV. Sherman moving ahead, adding the bulldozer blade for increased durability. And the 50 cal for added crowd kill ability. And it goes straight to the Pack 40 and explosion the way to the 2-2 as well, giving it a slight chance of actually damaging it. Not a big one, of course, but slight there. Sherman now, in fact, down to less than half health. Partly again due to the 2-2 penetrating and a few hits there as well. But this was a cavalry rifleman, down to half health and about half size. Rifleman being shot to bits. Got the Sherman moving up, but it is heavily damaged. And a single mistake there by TwistedTootsy could cost him his Sherman there versus Joe and his Panzerwaffe. But he continues nonetheless to push ahead here. TwistedTootsy is fearless. man of action, not caution. And there you go, going straight here for the Panther with the Sherman. Correct hit here, but again, Sherman heavily damaged, and now does finally pull it back, but he's also managed to force away Joe's Panzer IV from the field, and I imagine that might be what TwistedTootsy is starting to do, push it off. And of course now he will need to repair it intensively. Nothing further going on there in TwistedTootsy's base, noting he's not upgrading his rifle with BARs, could do that. We got 327 versus 389, bit of a difference there.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Sherman faced up, he's getting all the reactions and the vehicle on it. Oh, he pushes forward again. And a cavalry rifle assault here is pretty much failing spectacularly. Due to one northern machine gun blocking the way. Panzers are under fire here from the Sherman, backed up to the bazooka teams. Of course, all the bazooka teams allow him to deal with armor, reach from the belt, but it also gives him the option for the bazooka bus tactic, which TwistedTootsy's rather infamous for, so you sort of give him more options for dealing with enemy armor that way. Go for another Panther for now. He could also just go for Osttruppens. I think a Panther was probably going to go for. He could also try and outstall for the Tiger tank, though I'm not entirely sure that's the best pick right now, but he could do it. Got hit from the Panther 4 there, veterans 1 gained. And there you go, got the anti-tank wing in as well. Panther 4 falling back here due to the increasing presence of TwistedTootsy anti-tank weapons on the right fields, or the eastern field. There you go, Patriots, and go straight for the Panther 4 here. Expose themselves out in the open and rather clustered up there, but still Jove quickly backs off there. Had they bunched up, say, against the Flak Panzer, they might not have done so well there, but the Panther 4 does struggle a bit with hitting infantry with its main gun. We need to pay, repair that Panther 4 fast. And we got T4 there, so Jove is going to go here for the Tiger tank versus TwistedTootsy. He's going to go for the Schwerer Panzer.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Another infantry SMG assault on the right flank. In these panzers there is the echelons. Sherman about here, 3 kills, veterans 1. With a few bazookas, that rockets, and the backing up there. TwistedTootsy going for the counter rifle. Needs to be careful, of course, doesn't lose sight of this since he could lose it to anti-tank saddle charge. But on the other hand, if he just keeps a good distance, they can force the counter rifle away slowly. Heavier fighting here in the east though continues. Sherman being fixed up there by TwistedTootsy's 3 echelons, ensuring that it is at optimal crowd fighting condition. Till almost done there, and there we go. Will be roughly a couple of minutes then before we go for the Tiger tank. Roughly about 3 minutes. Showing us the Panther 4, calling it anti-tank aircraft support here, the Stuka-Kanonenfolgen, but there you go, bazookas and anti-tank guns pretty much prevent the pursuit there. One strafe there, managed to land some hit on the Sherman. There you go, second goes through, and oh, managed to get out of there. And the Sherman did not get taken out there. Again, then you need to begin repairing it. So not quite a bit of good luck there for Joe's Luftwaffe. Straight ahead here, Sherman quickly pull back there. Main gun is out though. Seven kills, veteran 1 from this pursuit, they're trying to finish it off for the Panzerfaust. Sadly not enough munitions, they go for tactical movement and then Panzerfaust it. So the Sherman should be able to get away. He could maybe finish off the anti-tank here, which should be helpful there for Jove. But whether he can then destroy the steel is another matter entirely. But he can kill the crew at least. Can't he? There you go. Got the riflery up there, finally equipped with their BARs, their Browning automatic rifles. And the anti-tank crew there expires. But there you go, quick move to block the retreat path. They're going to need to retreat now or they're going to die. And even then there's a small chance they still end up dying. In the southwest, you've got Punish as the major moving in. Might rate the base here for the ambulance. But there you go, pursue the horde in the way, and there you go. Almost got the ambulance, but he almost lost the TwistedTootsy as well there. There we go, a minute away there from the Tiger tank for Joe. Less than a minute, in fact. As for TwistedTootsy, you go for more Shermans now. 76 more Sherman, but he's more likely to go for Jackson. What is this? We actually got relief infantry being used by Jove. Relief infantry, ladies and gentlemen, is actually being used in a 1 versus 1. Wow. Basically, with this, he just needs to lose 5 soldiers from any number of squads. Doesn't have to be the same front. That was actually a misconception in the early days. And then he basically gets a free Osttruppen squad out of it, free and free. You know, he gets one there to compensate. Gun his Panzers moving ahead here, and he can then lose up, gain 15 men for 3 Osttruppen squads. There used to be no limits, but that resulted in some really crazy things. Tiger tank out there for Jove. Pioneers pulling ahead there. There we go. Almost wiped at the same time. Got the 5-man kills, but now Jolie's got 1 Osttruppen squad out of it. Bazooka team pushing for the Panzer Force. Shots flying, bouncing off. TwistedTootsy yet to go for tanks. Also putting a lot of manpower. Fuel cache, we're going to go. Panther fires on the Sherman. Tiger tank advancing. The bazooka rockets are flying, but they're all missing the Tiger flames, penetrating the other Tiger tank. It's not exactly having much luck killing them either. There you go. More rockets, more bounces, more failures to penetrate. And there you go. Rayson's being slowly pummeled into the ground by the 88mm high explosive shells that is unleashing. Sherman falling back. So how will TwistedTootsy react to the arrival of Jove's Tiger tank, and of course, just as important, his Osttruppen squad. And there you go, to going for the raid here on the base again. Really wants that ambulance gone. Close once more, but still not quite there. Almost getting the mortar after as well. The Tiger tank could pursue, but there's bazooka team and anti-tank crew there blocking the way. Actually, not a bazooka team, just the anti-tank gun. 2-2 though manages to escape again. Really tight handling there by Jove with the 2-2. Can't wait for the Panzer Grenadier here. Sherman almost done. Rayson's on the way as well for TwistedTootsy. Fixing up the Panzer 4. Another Rayson squad out there for TwistedTootsy, so they end up losing one here to Jove. But of course he's quick to equip with the bazookas. There we go. 76mm Sherman out there for TwistedTootsy, and the 1st Armoured Division as the fighting continues in the Angoville sector against the Croats. Panther 4 fixed up, Tiger tank next. 4 kills, halfway to 82 down the mortar half track. Sherman rolling ahead. Companies bring up in the eastern side. In the west side we got the Sherman up, he back up the infantry. So there's a pack 4 ready to block the way. There you go, tag weak point loaded up. There you go, stunned. Penciling up the eastern side, there you go, directed on the Sherman, sets off a mine as well, stunning it briefly, gaining victory in the process. Sherman here pushed back, smoke screen off there, good response there by TwistedTootsy, good handling of 2 armoured pushes there. Rifle squad perished before the might of the Panther 4, and in fact those were cavalry rifles. In fact he's got none left. So TwistedTootsy's infantry situation is actually looking pretty grim at the moment. He's got the captain, he's got the rifleman, and that's really it in terms of like serious frontline worthy infantry versus all of Jove's troops. Of course, count amongst them the mighty Osttruppen. Titan flanking up, they're getting good here for the heteros, landing it directed here on the half track. Good play there by Jove. Slowly tightening the noose around TwistedTootsy's neck. But there you go, bazooka team getting the target tank there. Direct just hitting response, kills only some poor sod. More bazooka fire there. Tiger kinda misses. Misses again. Players will end up falling back, realizing they cannot fight against a Tiger tank like that. And it's reinforcing. And sets off a mine there, but the Pioneers can quickly fix that up. Panther organization fighting for decent victory point. We got 325 to 271. TwistedTootsy starting to lag behind there as well. Starting to look agreement. There you go. Sherman goes straight for the Panther Force. Shot fired and bounces off the Panther Force frontal armor. Panther Force meanwhile gets an easy hit there on the 76 one of Sherman, leaving TwistedTootsy's tank feeling a bit less confident about herself. Almost did get the Panther 4 there with the anti-tank gun, but the problem is Jove is now in control most of the map and TwistedTootsy is not. Similarly, Jove has a much larger force than TwistedTootsy. He's been starting to replace losses. In fact, he's flooding a lot of manpower, but he's not been replacing his infantry losses. Not, I think, good there, but TwistedTootsy, definitely a bit of a slip up here versus Jove, and certainly gives Jove the opportunity he needs to just crash TwistedTootsy beneath his jackboot. 4 kills and victory 2 then. The mortar after finishes an Eastern victory point. We got 325 versus 235. TwistedTootsy is rapidly bleeding out now. Finally got the 222. Minor blow there to Jove at this point. They could theoretically replace him with Osttruppen. Hit a mine, there he goes. Sherman's going to check for it. Tiger tank bouncing a lot of hits here from TwistedTootsy armor. There you go, one went through, and there you go, flanking the tiger tank. Very good blocking as well there. Very, very good. There were TwistedTootsy gunners moving up. There you go, Joe being punished here for extending his tiger tank rather incautiously. Pack 4 they're joining in, but still there's a good chance there you go of the tiger going down as a volley of rockets just goes straight into the rear armor there. Good play by TwistedTootsy, punishing a overconfident play there by Jove, smacking him down for his arrogance. So 2 thumbs up there, TwistedTootsy. Thumb down to Joe for that one. That was a bit of a silly tiger move. Handful moving in. Bouncing a few bazooka hits there. Almost got it. Oof, almost losing the Panther, but he does blitz away there. He's close to another tiger tank, but he really shouldn't be throwing away tiger tanks versus TwistedTootsy. Still, TwistedTootsy's not been able to really take advantage of this. I'm going to quickly grab the map. He's still being held back here by Jove and his Soldaten. TwistedTootsy is still short on infantry quite dramatically, which of course diminishes his ability to quickly just move out and grab territory. He really should be spending some of that manpower. I mean, he could easily, I think, go for another infantry squad and then still have resources left over for, say, another 76mm Sherman or regular Sherman. Easy. So there's not really much reason for TwistedTootsy to focus that much manpower. There you go. Jove here with the tiger tank number 2 here. Bringing more Share Panzer to bear against TwistedTootsy and the 1st Armored Division. Coming up here from the northeastern victory point. Panther 4 almost good to go as well there for Jove and Deutschland. We got 325 versus 144. TwistedTootsy is struggling to catch up here. He is struggling, and the lack of infantry is not doing many favours. There you go, cavalry wrapping up, finally calling some fresh infantry. I will say though, very late there for TwistedTootsy, very late. Going for the pack house, and I'm not entirely sure if that's the best move there for TwistedTootsy, or there are other lines that could pursue that better, but I'd probably recommend, I don't know, something with a bit more speed to it, a bit more tankiness. Something like, oh, I don't know, a tank. Coming in after the target tank. On the west assault going forward, but encountering severe resistance here from Joe's Panther, and at least the Sherman moved in there. Almost getting the crab rifle already. Yeah, we go. Big whap then, TwistedTootsy already. Not good. Nason's side is not looking to be progressing much better for TwistedTootsy either. He's got the southeastern victory point, but the northern one escapes his grasp. Halfway to ace level there on the Sherman. Panther setting up for flank. I think against TwistedTootsy might be going straight for the mortar half deck, avoiding all the anti-tank defenses there. And there we go. Direct hit here. In fact, he could even threaten the ambulance if he wanted to. Mortar half deck finally bites the dust. Pack 40 there versus the Sherman in the west. Halfway to the ace level there. Lost the machine gun crew here. Unfortunately, the Osttruppen remains inside the building there. They're not really doing a lot there for Jove. Bit of a shame there. Bit of a waste. Anti-tank shooting at the target tank. There we go. 76 on Sherman all over for TwistedTootsy, putting out 3 tanks versus Joe's 2 Panzers. Sherman getting the Panther 4 head on. Shot bounced though. Shot bounced. Target tank being pushed back here as Rearsons make a desperate charge from the northern victory point instead. They end up just being slaughtered. Panzer 4 against the ace level here, increasing its threat capability versus the Americans, but it is half health there. Sherman going at it. Target tank, of course, can support. There you go, almost got it. And there you go, Sherman down. As an 88mm shell flung right through the side armor, igniting the munitions and cooking off the crew. And he's going straight for the anti-tank gun here in the east. Tag team moving up, causing huge casualties amongst TwistedTootsy's infantry. The Sherman is in a tight spot as well. Second one is moving up, but will it be in time here to stop Jove's Tiger? Will it be simply too late? Breaking down the tag tank, Ram's board almost wiped out. Another hit there. Pantherful or Pack 4 joining in there, and there you go. Air support calling in here from Jove. A finishing blow here against TwistedTootsy, possibly a coup de grace from above. Aircraft shot down by the Sherman. There you go, one Sherman down, only one Sherman to go here. Well, that TwistedTootsy surrenders, having watched his entire army cut to ribbons by the might of the Wehrmacht. Before his eyes, he is broken and retreats. So GG, game over there. A nasty and hefty fight here on Angoville. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Did subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but not your enemies. Of course, remember to press that little bell button. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Every donation allows me to keep doing this day after day, so do please consider. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.